So some costs behave in weird ways. So let's look at one example in our table making company. So electricity. When we make more and more tables, so when we increase the volume or activity level, we get a higher electricity bill. So we pay more. So that's very much like a variable cost. It changes as we produce more. But then in a month where we don't produce any tables, so we don't use our power tools, we still get a electricity bill. And that's because we keep the lights on in the shed. So that's like a fixed cost. So a mixed cost is basically just a cost that contains a component of a variable cost component and a fixed cost component. And that is also sometimes referred to as a semi-variable cost in some material and textbooks. But a mixed cost is a more descriptive term. So let's see how it looks on the graph. So in the month where we don't make any tables, so we don't use any power tools, we pay 100. And that's to keep the lights on. Now say we make one table. Now we've got a meter running there in the corner of the shed and we can see how much electricity we use. So we see when we make one table, we use, with our power tools, electricity that cost us 10. So what would the total electricity bill be in a month where we only make one table? It'll be the 100 to keep the lights on, plus the 10, which will give us 110. Now what if we make two tables? So two tables, so that means 2 tables times 10 per table, so that's for the power tools, plus the base charge of 100 to keep the lights on, so a total of 120. And it'll keep on increasing like that. So if, for instance, we make 10 tables, that would be 10 times the 10 for the usage of the electricity, the power tool, so 100, plus the 100 for the lights, the base fixed charge, so 200. So we can plot that somewhere here if we have space. So 10 and 200, so it's roughly thereabouts. So now we can draw a line through these points. I'm going to try to do it neatly. So it's a straight line that increases as we use more and more electricity. But you can also see there's a fixed cost down here that stays at 100 regardless of the number of units. So this is the fixed cost component of our mixed cost, and this is the variable cost that increases in direct proportion to the number of tables that we manufacture. And that is what we call a mixed cost.